It's looking very white. Why Landrover? Probably should have got a mechanic to do it. But, About a month ago, I bought this here Landrover. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace on an impulse, and for the past 4 weeks, I've been going through the process, fitting up new parts, and doing whatever I can think of to get it back on the road. In this video, it's coming all together, and one way or another, I'm gonna have it finished. Finished to me means that it's on the road, and I can drive it with some confidence that it's not gonna leave me stranded. All I've got left to do now is paint the firewall, fit up my new parts, and put it all back together. I've been standing here looking at this, and I really just want to paint it. The number one rule with me borrowing this shed space is I can't leave it dirty and I can't get paint on shit. So now I'm thinking I'm going to build the dodgiest spray booth of all time, literally planning on just building a frame around it with pipe and plastic sheeting so that overspray can't get on any of the shed walls or anything. 2-pack is like spraying glue. So I'm going to give this a go and see what it looks like. So this is what we've come up with. So I've wet the floor down, mixed the paint, and then while I was mixing the paint, my shitty old compressor blew the release valve and blew dust everywhere. So that's exactly what you want when you're about to spray. But tack it down, away we go. Let's go. But the main thing is I'm not seeing any dirt or bugs in it, so that's a plus. That's a big positive. No runs yet. Fair bit of orange peel, I think. I probably didn't go quite heavy enough with the paint. It's a fine line between going too heavy and it running versus getting enough paint on there that it like flows and goes like glassy. But this side's looking a bit better. You can still see peel there, but hopefully that paint flows out a bit. Anyway, that's pretty much it now. I'm on my way out to work, but the paint's gone off and I've just got to have a look. It's like I'm wrapping a Christmas present. Best Christmas present ever. It looks like a failure. The match looks pretty okay from here, but it looks rough from the front. It looks, I don't know if you can really tell, it looks a lot whiter. So I was pretty worried that I actually buggered the paint job because I laid it on quite dry, like not heavy enough with my coats because I was worried about orange peel, but also because it was such a hot day, I think that it was coming out of the gun quite dry. So that's why here, you look there, it looks like it's a completely wrong color. But I've done some research and apparently what that is, it's because it's got such orange peel. It's because I've sprayed it so poorly. It's got really bad orange peel and that catches more light and makes it look brighter and whiter. But I think the match is actually spot on and I think we're going to be able to save it. I've not done this before, but I guess this is what you'd call paint correction. And all I'm doing is sanding it back down to smooth out the surface, so get rid of the orange peel. And then I'll work my way up the grits and polish it. So this is what we've come up with. It's not perfect, but it's gonna do me for now. It's good enough that it sort of fits in with the condition of everything else. It looks a lot better than it was. So we'll go about getting the gearbox and the rest of the car back together now. What? No. This is so inconvenient. My brand new oil. Absolute rookie move. I was sitting here scratching my head and then it has dawned upon me that there's nothing to seal the inside. And I'm thinking, what is going on? And it's this. It's taken me this long to comprehend that the flange is responsible for sealing the inside of that output shaft seal. So that's that story resolved. Made an absolute mess on the floor, covered in an oil, and I'm just gonna let it drain back out. While it does that, I'm gonna go play pickleball instead, because that's cool now. endeavors! Hello. Bang. I'm just going to see if it'll turn over, because I did try to start it before I put the gearbox in to check my rear main. Nothing. Bugger. I've just found these in there, so let's try that and that. Moment of truth. Here we go. You can do it. Great success. I've just made a grave discovery. Why? Why, Landrover? Oh my god. That is so lame. I don't think it's the rear main. I think if it was the rear main, it would be coming out this hole here. That hole, because I think it would be going into the bell housing, but so shit. That is so cursed. I was feeling so good for like 5 minutes. Should have got a professional to do it, hey? I have a new idea that maybe it's a breather valve, so I'm gonna take the oil cap off the motor and run it like that for a little minute. Nah, still fucked. I think the most logical next step is to drop the oil back out and pull the sump off and just see what I can see. It's pretty unlikely, but I'm praying I just somehow didn't put enough goo on the sump. I am praying that this gap here is the culprit. There's a bit of a gap in the RTV. Surely that's what it is. Surely. Oh, I have been dipping my head in RTV again. So good at that. I've given it a day to set up. Oil's back in the motor. Put some oil in the transfer case as well. About to start it up and see if it still leaks. Really hope it doesn't, but oh well, if it leaks, it's just more nuts and bolts that need to be turned. So I feel half confident though. Anyway, I've said that before, and look where we are. So far, so good. Thank you to the Landrover Lords. It's been a few days and it's still not leaking, and I've run it a few times, let it get hot. So that's a huge relief. The gearbox can stay there now. I don't need to start the majority of the work that I've already done over again. And yeah, I'm gonna get it back together now, and it's gonna look like a car here in a second. But got the seat box in, floors will go in, bonnet on, and yeah, let's get this thing on the road. Righto, all done. So I said at the start of the video I wanted to get the car done, and that's where we are. It's on the road, it's registered, and I am driving it. I got the wolf rims on it. I went with silver. I had white on my last Defender, and I think just with the silver tray and sort of the farm truck kind of look, silver looks really good. The paint match on the Firewall ended up coming up really good. It just took a little while for that paint to really sort of go off, but now you'd have to have a pretty keen eye to pick it. It's not perfect. There's a few spots where I've burnt through the paint, and could probably do with a bit more of a polish, but it doesn't look out of place on the car, which is the main thing I was worried about. It doesn't really look like it's been touched. It just looks like it's in good order. I haven't really touched the interior. It was pretty good nick from the start. I just got some seat covers on there. The seats are in good nick, but with the dog getting in and out of there all the time, I was worried about him ripping the old vinyl seats with his paws, so I got the seat covers on there. So that'll keep the seats under there nice and fresh. The tray, I actually don't mind how the tray looks. It's a pretty simple, basic tray, but it's massive, so it's very usable, but it does rattle around and things like that. I eventually do really want to get a high capacity tub for the car. I reckon they look awesome. And I am in talks with a few people in the UK about getting a tub sent over for it, but that's probably at least 6 months away. Until then, I'm pretty happy with how it drives. It's not doing anything out of place, but we'll take it for a drive now and just talk through it a little bit more. So why Defender? Well, main reason was right place, right time. It was the right sort of money on Marketplace, and it just so happened that I had a bit of coin in my pocket from selling my old boat. So that's why I got it. Yeah, I just can't help myself. I love Defenders. Given that I've had a couple, I sort of knew that it was worth buying. So that's what I did. So how does it drive? Well, it drives like it looks. It drives like a tractor. I put the bigger wheels on it, and it's definitely just that little bit slower. And being a ute, I'd say that it's got heavier springs in it, so it's a pretty rough ride, as you can see, with nothing in the tray. But it is fun. It just feels like a simple old ute, and you get some looks, which is always great. Being a 300 TDI, it's definitely not fast, but it moves along fine, and I've already towed a few things with it, and it will move them. It's just not going to break any speed records. Plans for this car now are pretty simple. There's not really a great deal more work I need to do on it. From here on, it's just sort of spending money on it, not really doing anything. So I'd love to get it a bit more comfortable in here, get the headlining redone, bit of sound deadening, a few things like that, and then obviously some new shocks to soften the ride up. The main thing I really want is a high capacity tub. I've been looking for one, but it looks like the only way I'm going to get one is importing one from the UK, so I am working on that. But all that stuff, it's pretty straightforward. It's just expensive, and so far this car owes me pretty little. I've only spent, the wheels and tires cost me a couple grand, but otherwise I've spent about $1,000 on paint and a few parts and things like that, and a couple of weeks chipping away at it, and now I've got a pretty fun little ute to run around in, and it can tow my latest toy, which is a Plus. Once again, if you have made it this far, thanks for watching the whole way through. I do already have the next project in line. While I was in the middle of fixing this up, an old boat popped up, which I bought, so that one will probably be a little while away. Needs a few dollars spent on it, and I need to go back to work to make a few dollars, but this has been a really fun thing to sort of tidy up over the Christmas break anyway. So yeah, planning on putting out a video soon of this car and my mate's new 79 series, which is a burger with a lot. Just everything you can do to a 79 it's got, including portals and 37s or 35s. So that'll be a pretty fun video to just compare this, a sort of 10 grand car, to that, which is, I don't even want to know. So anyway, if you watch it this far, stay tuned for that, I guess. But otherwise, cheers.